Hey riders, here we go. It's Friday morning, December 22nd. Christmas countdown's on. I did this ride yesterday. Someone commented on one of the videos a while back. I believe the name was Cale T, and asked if I would tackle this ride. It's called Lisa Ora. It's in Czech Republic, very close to the borders of like Czech Republic, Poland, and Slovakia, kind of like in that eastern side of Czech Republic there. So Lisa Ora is 8.41 kilometers long with 707 meters of elevation. So that's only 5.2 miles with 2,300 feet of climbing. So this guy is quite the beast. Um, do I want to call it a hidden gem? Sleeper? Absolutely, I do. It's a tough ride. The only thing holding me back from saying that right now is that Rouvy needs to get this into AR mode. The video you can see here is quite old. Um, Stabilization is not the greatest. So what I'm actually doing is it's one of the few times you're going to see me playing videos on normal speed because I found when I sped it up, it was just all over the place. I was getting sick watching it. With some of the new rigs now for capturing footage, this would be just so smooth. It would look so good. So considering this is in the Czech Republic, I'd like to think that Rouvy can get out there and film this one. This is quite the climb uh, in that country. It's pretty famous. So Lisa Ora stands for what that means is it means it's the bald mountain. So obviously, there's not going to be a ton of stuff up top. Just flashing forward here, we're catching our first rider, guy out just doing his thing on his mountain bike. Let's make this happen. So what I did was I just kind of like captured little bits along the rides that were interesting to me. Without the avatars, you're just going to see a shaky screen most of the way. But so we passed a rider there. So it is a tough climb. There's no lead into it. You just start hard, and that's it. Um, Here we're coming up along here. I think pretty soon we're going to see a roadie coming down the hill, but quite the clip. I think from what I've been told that a lot of people like to ride. This is like a proving ground. If you can do this, you can do pretty much anything. Um, Having seen that person there, we're now going into a little bit of an easier section here. You can see here it backs right off. Um, the 10, 11% stuff, we're going to drop down quite a bit. So it's not hard all the way. It's definitely not easy. There are a few little spots to catch a break. Here we're jumping into map mode, and you can see here it's more of like just a long swooping hill climb, more like I guess what you would call maybe it's not switchbacks. It's not like the tight switchbacks you'll find like in parts of the Pyrenees or the Dolomites. It's like broad sweeping roads just cruising back and forward up the side of this smaller mountain. There's like a little ski resort at the top, nature trails. You'll see lots of hikers. You're going to see lots of people on the way up too. Let's watch out for this white van man coming down the hill here. Yeah, okay, well, I'm not sure how close he got to me there, but couple things I want to mention. I'm trying to get ready for a race coming up here at 10:30 Mountain Standard Time in Canada. It's on Rouvy right now. We don't have a name yet that we're using for our weekly rides, with our weekly rides usually being at uh, Sunday mornings for me, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So that would be like late afternoon in Europe. We're having good turnouts every ride. I wanted to show you this part here. This is your little rest section you've got here. You've actually got some downhill. So this is where you get a total of 50 seconds to recover your breath before you tackle the rest of the climb. And from there on out, it's just straight uphill. So this is your little rest break here, so you better take it, right? So you can see here I'm doing under 1 watt per kilo, just getting a breath. And if you look at the profile in the top left-hand corner, you can see it smashes you instantly into another wall as we come around this corner here. There was some funny stuff on this climb. There's a guy walking his bike. Yeah, some oddball characters too you're going to see coming up here. So we're still cruising up the hill. I'm not sure what point we're at here. Probably going to flip back to a map mode quick. So yeah, let's talk about the racing. Our race group is Sunday mornings for myself, Sunday afternoons for Europe. It's open to everyone. Right now on Rouvy, we're just calling it short race. In fact, today, December 22nd, there's a short race captive from Mentor. We're doing another one this week just because a lot of us are off work Christmas break has already started. And we really want everyone to turn out and give it a shot. There's all sorts of different levels of racing in there, different riders. So don't feel like you're going to be left out. Here's a little hut along the way. So we're only at just about the halfway point here. And so I guess this is a little rest hut on the side of the road where you can dip in there and get out of the sun. I mean, this climb is pretty non-relenting, right? Outside of that little break there, that's all you get. Definitely a ride that needs to be an AR. So again, here we hit the hard stuff again. You're going to be feeling this, and I'm riding it pretty decent, trying to keep it just around 300 watts. I think I went out a little too hard on this one. I was well over 300, and I'm telling myself, hey, just do like 2.8, 2.9 watts per kilo. Back to a map view here. It'd be really cool. You'll see the map kind of rotate around. It'd be cool if you could actually rotate the map yourself. Maybe a little bit higher def as well on these, wherever they're pulling the maps from. You can see the map rotating right now. But it looks like there's a bunch of houses along the side of the road here. Like, it just amazes me where roads are put in Europe in general, because we wouldn't be putting houses here. Um, if there's a big mountain, we just kind of go around the side of it. We don't go through them like they do in Europe, but that's a good thing for us cyclists, right? So yeah, this climb took me about 50 minutes in total. And okay, here's something funny that happens here. So I'm just kind of doing my thing here, right? And I've jumped forward quite a bit, just kind of doing my thing, back and forward on the road. This is steep, this is close to 10% all the way. And then I have this character coming up beside me. You can see here, I kind of skirt almost right over to the side of the road right away. I'm in the middle. Just watch this next part here. I'm going to go more into the middle. Yeah. And then I kind of slam right to the side of the road here. And on my left shoulder, what do I see? Okay, right here. This is where I'm right on the side of the road. I see this person come up beside me, starting to like wave their hand at me. Like, basically, hey, what are you doing, man? You can see his hand. Look at him. He's pointing at me. I'm like, okay, dude. So I decided to call this guy Biker Kevin. If you know, everyone calls people Karens. The male version is Kevin. He puts in a devastating sprint there to accelerate away from me. Obviously, I can't really counter him here because I'm riding relative to the speed that the video was filmed at. But I think this guy was reaming the person that filmed the video out because they were riding in the middle of the road on like a pretty tough climb. You can see that the person who did the filming is doing a lot of back and forward, trying to smooth out the gradient a little bit. I just thought that was kind of something very weird to be caught on the videos for a bike ride. So obviously, I do pay attention to these videos, right? Scenery here reminds me a lot of home here in the Rockies in Canada. Same type of trees. Don't know exactly what these are, but here's a couple coming down the hill together. Looks like they got to the top. They look like they're doing fine going up this hill, so you can do it too. Obviously, they're on the way down. Maybe they're riding e-bikes. We'll never know, right? So here you kind of first see the ski hill too. There's a little structure at the top. You can see the ski hill, I guess the tow line, whatever you want to call it, the lift on the right-hand side of the road here. And there's people actually walking in the middle of the road. There's, I guess, a lot of people use this to get out and get active. So these people are obviously just walking right in the middle of the road. There's very little traffic around here. I just jumped ahead a quick bit there. They're just doing their thing, not worried about traffic. So I guess there's just maybe the occasional, probably people that work up at the top of the ski hill or delivery trucks, things like that. So yeah, don't forget about the racing on Sunday. It's critical. Just jump in, and I'm going to try to capture a lot of them. I want to show different people riding. Join our group. Look for the Discord link at the top of the page. There's so many people on there that have so much knowledge about Rouvy and cycling in general. You're going to learn something for sure. I learn something new every day in there, and it's technically on paper my Discord channel. I'm learning stuff every day inside my own channel. So jump into it and learn something with us. So getting around these people here, getting a good suntan on this guy here, pushing the little baby along. Coming around this last corner here. So we're like 600 meters to go, something like that. 500 meters to go. I come around this corner here. I hit a bit of a wall. I think we spike up to 19, 20%. And you see this poor guy on the side of the road here questioning his life decisions. Just kind of like stopped on the side of the road. He's probably riding like a 42, 28, 25 in the back. And he's like, oh, I just don't have the gears for this thing. So he's taking a little breather. Hopefully it's not a mechanical. But yeah, we're spiked out at 19% here. I totally felt this on my trainer. Does come back down a little bit here, and we're going to find more destruction on the side of the road coming up right away. In fact, I can see them just up ahead. If you look just to the on the right-hand side of the road, you can see someone there walking. Just, I got to get up this climb. So, maybe someone else that's just, they never came up with the right gears. And that'll happen a lot. If you don't have the right gearing for these things, you're going to struggle. Uh, a modern road bike with modern gearing can do it. An old mountain bike can do it. But if you're like out riding your road bike from 20 years ago, even 15 years ago, you may not have the gearing that you need for these kind of climbs without blowing your legs up. So I'm coming up here. I'm thinking, oh my, is this Biker Kevin? Is this Biker Kevin? Sadly, it's not. Same colored helmet, almost same colored shirt, same colored shorts, but he's got white socks. And I know Biker Kevin had black socks. So, Biker Kevin, whoever you are, be nice out there to people. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to make some light out of this. So we're still cruising up to the top here. Why there's this crazy guardrail on the side of the road here, I'm not really sure. You fly off the cliff here. So I think this must be the top of the ski hill here. I'm not sure if there's a chair that goes up there. Coming around the last little bend here, still, doing my usual power, 2.7, 2.9 in that range. Here's another couple walking their bikes. They probably just had it. Maybe just not in enough condition. Maybe they're hot. It does look like a very hot day here right now. And I think this part of Europe can get sweltering hot in the peak of the summer, like 40 degrees weather every day. The country here kind of just boggles my mind. It's so hilly. I can see how so many strong cyclists come out of this whole Slovakia, Czech Republic area. Looks like they got a nice little ski chalet up here. Coming into the finishing chute, I give it a little bit of jam here. See what I've got. Just push the power a little bit, right? So join some races. Whether you join ours or not, that's great. Join any race. You're going to have fun at it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to put another video out very soon.